Hello there, Internet. MegaMogwai here, and I got another Legends of Runeterra video for you guys today. Shoutouts to this outrageous background right here with your boy Tarek. And yeah, man, we're at it with the new expansion. Mountain of Targon is here, and I have so many deck ideas to share. In case any of you are stumbling on this channel for the very first time, my name is Miguel, also known in the internet as Mogwai. I upload card game videos. I basically focus on Legends of Runeterra, and I do post a video every day with a brand new deck, including a deck tech on like the actual list, explaining why I chose the cards that I chose and the synergy behind them and how the deck works in general and how you should play it. And then I showcase gameplay on top of that as well, and I do upload one of these videos every single day. So if you're interested in this kind of content and you want to learn the game and all that good stuff, then subscribe. It's free. Free is good. Self-promotion over. Let's head on to the first deck of this new expansion, and of course, I had to start off with Aurelion Sol. I mean, this was by far the most requested champion, first of all. And honestly, even if I didn't get all those requests, this is probably the first thing that I would have delved into regardless, because I really wanted to play a deck in which I could cheat out Aurelion Sol through Thresh, right? So that's the basic idea of this deck. It's very straightforward. We have a deck designed to synergize greatly with Thresh, so that we can get the level up on him by enabling 6 deaths while he's on the board. And then we attack with leveled up Thresh that says, the first time I attack this game, summon another attacking champion from your deck or hand. In case you're wondering, Thresh cannot pull out himself. So whenever this ability triggers, it will always be a different champion, which is why we're only running 2 copies of Aurelion Sol. Aurelion Sol is a 10 mana champion that we plan on cheating onto the board for free with Thresh, and that's where this deck really gets the upper hand. In case you guys don't know, Aurelion Sol is one of the new champions from the expansion, a 10 mana 10/10 with Fury and Spell Shield. Spell Shield is so damn good. It's better than I expected it to be honest. Like, it's really difficult to deal with, especially when you apply it onto big units like this guy right here. As you can see, with the play effect, we invoke a celestial card that costs 7 or more. A lot of the times we're not going to be able to be getting this play effect because we are summoning Aurelion Sol from our deck, so we won't be invoking upon entry, but we're willing to, you know, skip that step to just get a 10 mana 10/10 on the board for no mana, right? Like, that's definitely a price that I'm willing to pay. At the start of each round, I create a random celestial card in hand, and then at the round end, if your allies have 20 or more total power, which includes Aurelion's power, by the way, some people were confused by this wording, he will level up, and then our celestial cards will cost 0. And once we level up Aurelion Sol, like, we just snowball like crazy. So one of the things about Aurelion is there are several ways to build around him. I've seen most decks that I've seen with Aurelion Sol feature Freljord ramp mechanics, which makes quite a bit of sense, but I want to take a different approach. And one of the biggest questions regarding deck building at first for this sort of strategy is, how much Invoke synergy do I need? How much Aurelion support in general is necessary? And the answer is actually not very much, because once we get Aurelion on the board, he will start generating celestial cards for us. So us running a full set of Solari Priestess and a couple of Star Shapings is pretty much all that we really need regarding Invoke to really get value out of Aurelion Sol. The rest of the deck, as you guys can tell, it's 28 Shadow Isles cards, which means it's heavily emphasized on enabling a Thresh level up. How do we do this? We have an early game comprised of units with last breath effects. We have Warden's Prey as a full set, we have Curse Keeper, and then we have Blighted Caretaker. Blighted Caretaker still is the best way to level up Thresh in the game. It is a unit that kills an ally to summon 2 saplings, which have ephemeral, so that means that Blighted Caretaker on her own will at the very least lead to 3 unit deaths, which is half of Thresh's level up requirement. And these saplings also have Challenger, which means we can dive them into weak opposing units, kill them as well, and get those deaths triggering for Thresh too. Blighted Caretaker can almost single-handedly level up Thresh, and thus we're running a full set of her, and we're running cards that synergize with her. Because we have a 3-drop here that kills allies, we want to have last breath effects like Curse Keeper, so that we can kill this off with the Blighted Caretaker and get a Cursed Abomination, or sorry, Escaped Abomination, plus the saplings for some very nasty tempo swings. And we're playing Warden's Prey instead of Hapless Aristocrat because we don't want to clog up our board space too much. So we're still getting value out of the Last Breath effect, but we're not taking up board space as we sack him. As sometimes, especially considering we're playing with the Rekindler as well, we want to have some free space up to be able to make some crazy plays. And we're also spawning a unit with Thresh, so having that board space is really, really vital. But most importantly, it's there to make sure that we can get the full value of Blighted Caretaker. Blighted Caretaker does have that bit of a downside, right? She requires a lot of board space, so we make up for that. We're also running a one-off of Ravenous Butcher and Chronicler of Ruin. These cards serve many potential roles in the deck, but at the same time, I don't want to be drawing multiple copies of them. Ravenous Butcher can help us with a little bit of early game tempo with Curse Keeper if we're facing an aggressive deck, or it can help us finish off leveling up Thresh at burst speed, technically, which means the opponent can't interact with this as it is a unit, as we're killing to plays immediately, which can be really, really neat. And the same can be said about Chronicler of Ruin, but Chronicler of Ruin can also serve as a third Rekindler, really. We can use her onto Rekindler and get back either a leveled up Thresh or even an Aurelion Sol if the game has played out that way. And on top of that, she can also be used for tempo purposes on Curse Keeper as well against, again, faster paced decks. So with that and a full set of Vile Feast, we have enough, just enough units to more or less guarantee that we'll have something to sack with Blighted Caretaker. And that is basically the general concept of the deck here. As you guys can see, we got some removal with Grasp of the Undying and Vengeance alongside the Vile Feast that I mentioned prior. And we have a lot of protection as well. We have a full set of Bastion, which is the new card that gives an ally spell shield this round, and a one-off of Miscall, because we really want to make it our objective. Our mission is to level up Thresh. That's what this entire deck is about. That is always going to be our main course of action, regardless of the matchup. So having protection for Thresh is vital, right? Because Thresh is hard to take down, but there are several ways to take him down. So giving him protection with Spell Shield and potentially bringing him back with Miscall is really, really important, because sometimes it takes a while to level him up, right? And if we do lose Thresh, even though we have stuff like Rekindler, we have to basically start from zero, right, once we get Thresh back onto the board. So we'd rather make sure that we level him up so that even if he does die afterwards, we can get him back, but it will be a leveled up Thresh, which is our ultimate objective. So that is why we're running so much protection. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the deck list. So really, really fun deck. It does have some consistency issues, I'm not gonna lie. I don't believe this will be ultimately the most optimized version of this archetype. It's my first take on it, keep that in mind. This is the first deck that I'm showcasing after the expansion hits, so I need some time to keep playing with all these archetypes and trying to make them better and better. Weaknesses this deck has is that it really relies on drawing Thresh. Because the fact that we're running a lot of 2-ofs and 1-offs as well, we have some issues in the mid game sometimes where we're drawing too many reactive cards and we don't have enough proactive plays, so we kind of like fall behind a little bit. And amongst that, there are several other issues against more fast-paced decks, but for the most part, you know, unless you draw really bad, this deck has an easy time going off. It has really strong protection for Thresh. And then once you level them up and you start spawning these Aurelion Sols, man, it's just so damn satisfying. Today's gameplay, I think, will speak for itself. I used this to play in non-ranked before ranked came up, and then I switched over to ranked, and I climbed all the way from Platinum 4 to Platinum 3 with a few matches with this, so it definitely did perform. And I think the gameplay that I got for today is pretty neat as well. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and that's all I gotta say. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content. I do post a new deck every single day. We're back at it with the grind, man. There's so many archetypes, so many decks, so many ideas that I have to explore, and we're just getting started. So thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh my god, now it's all mirrors, man. I'm gonna drop the Hush. I'm gonna keep everything else. Blighted Caretaker with oh shit, I meant to play this, but in reality, I don't want to clog up my board too much.
Night flowers upon the
Alright, now I definitely will. So he's playing the Lunari Dustbringer. Alright. There's Bastion. Nice. I'm gonna set up the Curse Keeper now. But I'm not gonna play the Blighted Caretaker now. I mean, I could, but I think I'd rather...
Bask in her radiant blessing.
Monkey see, monkey do. Draw a champion. I don't think I need to draw a champion, especially considering I have Bastion. The Traveler. I think I'm gonna have the golden. No, this spawns too much. I'm gonna keep the
Sunlight guide you, my brethren.
Okay, so
I become who I was always meant to be.
Hi.
the problem is if I play you, I'm gonna pass. Because I need board space.
Trust your heart.
I need board space, yeah. I kind of like psyched them out there too.
What delightful agony we shall inflict.
Now we get to play Thresh with Bastion support, which is very, very key. Not having Hush may be a bit of a liability here, though. I'm gonna drag the priestess so that, because it's important for me to get a death off before his own Thresh comes down, because the moment his own Thresh comes down, it's kind of like it's symmetrical, right? Like both of us are gonna be working towards the level up at the same time. I perhaps should have kept Hush in my hand. I think I should have kept Hush in my opener hand. The more I think about it, I mean, right now he does have the potential to.
Calm mind and open heart greet the night.
There you are.
It's all about leveling up Thresh. Hold on to this.
The eternity we shall spend together. Any last words? Like a worm on a hook.
Before he can react and play like Hush
Themselves cultured.
or whatever he wants, we're gonna get Aurelion out there. Paid actor, yeah. I mean, all right. How close are we? Four. We can go 4.
LASF Adjliv here. LSDF all JF. ASF.
I agree. I could obliterate the Thresh now,
Each journey is a discovery.
but I really want to level up. I actually really want to level up Aurelion here.
That egg, did it move? The miracle of life. At my creation.
Oh, that animation's so sick, though. Oh my god. Freebies, boys. Freebies. I repeat, freebies.
How they stare.
Our entire deck is free. You're gonna hush this?
See you next time, Runeterra.
That's gotta be heavy.
Optimize space, Dad, please.
I get it. I get it. A lot of people are gonna be trying this deck, right? Okay, so now we're facing against just like what I would assume is some sort of like aggro smoke deck. So naturally, we are going to mulligan absolutely everything in our opening hand, in hopes for a bit of an earlier curve. I like seeing those Warden Sprays there. They can help me block on initially.
What does he want from me?
I mean, it's a unicorn goat, so calling it a goat is kind of accurate. I honestly, like, I don't even know anymore. I could threaten with one attack, but I'd rather develop this. No, because if he has a Make It Rain, that's actually problematic. I'm worried about a Dreadweight deckhand, though, but I don't think that's that big of an issue. I'm gonna attack first. Dreadweight deckhand is, like, the biggest problem, but it is a solvable problem, I think. I'm not gonna play the second Warden Spray, because my opponent's not developing anything onto the board, and I don't want to make a Make It Rain super easy for him. We see the Blighted Caretaker there. Okay, well, I'm gonna glimpse this. We may get a Make It Rain out of him, but if that's the case, that's fine, because that's a pretty inefficient Make It Rain, just to counter my card draw. Otherwise, we prevent the, no, we don't prevent this. We can play the Solari Priestess here. So I would be inclined to... Okay, so if I play this next turn, I play that. I have a total of 1. I don't have enough mana to back Thresh up with Bastion. I'm not sure I like that. I'm also not going to be going... Next turn, I can develop the Curse Keeper anyways. No, I can't. This is a bit tricky here. I'm gonna pass.
Don't ask where it's from.
Right, nabbing at me. I definitely don't need Rid in the Stars because I have double Thresh in hand. I am inclined to play the Traveler.
Daylight warms the heart and lights the way.
Just because the other one, like right now, like the other one doesn't really mix in that well into my deck, like the one that splits into 2 bodies, because I have a pretty easy time going wide with this deck at a certain point.
Nothing left when I'm done.
All right, so Make It Rain is happening. Yep.
The chains, they never stop.
I'm gonna develop the Warden Spray here to block into Black Market Merchant potentially. I'm not gonna be able to prevent the Plunder.
Just leave me alone.
Then we're gonna set up Thresh, and we will be going for a. Okay.
Everyone's a garden.
Twisted Fate could be a thing here. I would like to see some health gain though. I mean, we do have some more.
Fill me in. Something for all.
Confine and contain.
I should have gone for the Bastion. No, it's fine. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I could have gone for the Bastion, but I'm happy I got the level up. Like, going for the level up was more important.
I need more hands.
Okay, so how do we... So... If I play Thresh here...
Grog if you word, run if you don't. Falling for blood.
I want to play around Ravenous Flock here.
Sculptured.
I gotta attack like this.
Your king has returned.
Swear we respect you, Captain.
Now they'll pay attention.
We're setting up basically like double Aurelion Sol here. Alright, he's desperate. He wants to draw something before. Okay. We're good. We have a total of 10 mana. Which does mean that if he plays another Gangplank here, 10 mana.
We weren't expecting callers. Spoiled.
I'm the forger of stars.
Beautiful.
Explosives. Now they'll pay attention.
The Guru follows.
The heavens diminish.
The power!
Pay attention.
Woohoo!
Victory today, freedom tomorrow.
Somebody already changed their name to Soul Timo. Gotta commend that commitment. Hush. It's too early for Hush. I like Glimpse Beyond. Do I mind? Do I need Bastion? I don't think I need Bastion so early on either. I'm gonna drop these two because we really want to see Thresh. I am gonna lead off on this though.
Gotta get out of here!
Trundle Aurelion Sol. So it has to be a ramp deck.
The skies darken with their approach.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna go for the Glimpse Beyond here. Just so I can draw through my deck. And potentially find, like, I was searching for a Vile Feast there.
Power is unimaginable even now.
Alright. I'm gonna take the
Daylight
comment.
warms the heart and lights the way.
We'll take the hit from this. It's a 3, 4, 5, 9. That's not good.
Oh yes! She does our business!
She was born from the mountain.
Man, he's really ramping, isn't he? I had to go for the Glimpse Beyond here. This allows me to... Okay, let's... Alright. Took you a while. I really want to try out... I definitely want to experiment with the Dragon package eventually. This pillar, that's 8 mana, and that's basically it. Okay, so let's... Go ahead and play you.
This is gonna be fun.
Two 8 cost cards. What if he has Bastion? What if he has Bastion? I could be misplaying like crazy here. That's tricky. If I take all that damage though. At this point, I have to go for it, right? I have to go for it. He has 2 8-cost cards in hand, so I need the last 3 cards to not be a Bastion. Yeah, this Firebrand is actually. I mean, now there's a bunch of top decks that we have, like Rekindler.
Shape the skies and mold the earth.
It's a bit of a problem here. He could play Aurelion Sol on curve. Ah, man, this just went so bad. I could have just tried to kill this right off the bat.
The Star Forger himself.
You rang.
So I have to eliminate this to prevent the Aurelion level up. And then I'm just gonna cry because he played Aurelion Sol before me.
Now they'll pay attention.
Maybe I could have tried something differently. Maybe I could have. I should just focused on keeping my Thresh alive. I think I misplayed this game. I think I definitely misplayed. Okay. Oh, mega wrecked. I mean, I misplayed though. I can do better. I can do better. I'm gonna use that as an excuse. Okay, so Tarek with Draven is something that I'm very interested in seeing actually. Okay, so I want to do a full mulligan here. I think I'll keep the Vile Feast maybe. No, I'm gonna do a full mulligan. I gotta be aggressive towards finding Thresh. Alright, we have the Blighted Caretaker. I'm not gonna play the Warden Spray. I'm gonna transfer the spell mana. Like, until I have something to block with it, I'm not gonna play it. I can't block the Precious Pet because it's fearsome. Alright, so now we do.
It's Draven time.
Daylight warms the heart and lights the way.
Got something for him? I want to go home. Draven down. Beauty and life. What time is it?
I have to set up Thresh, I think.
Dazzling. Unyielding.
Back, heretic.
No one escapes.
Have faith.
This Kato is a little bit problematic. But the idea is to go Bladed Caretaker here.
I salute you. Well,
Where'd you go? Crowd favorite. He's invisible, guys. He's invisible. He cannot be seen. So basically, I did that because I need to eliminate Kato, the arm. And I cannot forget that there's a crowd favorite here. There's actually a crowd favorite. But I need to eliminate Kato because otherwise... Man, I would love to be able to play... Oh, shit.
We burn, then kindle anew.
Speak, stars. Speak, I say. Whee! So
nobody escapes.
Chronicling into this. Let's get Aurelion out.
Runeterra,
Oh! Oh! There we go. All right.
victory today,
Whew.
freedom tomorrow.
All right, that was tight. That was tight. And I probably should not be yelling so hard when it's like 2 in the morning. Oh my god. Alright. Yasuo Swain. I mean, Ionia is always threatening. I'm gonna drop this. I'm gonna keep the Warden's Prey. I mean, I'm gonna drop the Blighted Caretaker as well. As weird as it may seem, like I do have to be relatively aggressive for mulliganing wise for Thresh here. Should play more with poor little Cosmic Doggo. I have failed the. Back to this.
Oh, I can't wait.
Crimson Disciple. Okay. Definitely not what I was expecting.
I love a taste of the action. Is that
What's that noise?
I'm gonna develop the Hapless Aristocrat first. I honestly, I don't quite like this attack here. I'd rather have more options.
What does he want from me?
May as well go for the swing now, as I try to buy a little bit of time here.
The hi yo.
Hey, Gator, how's it going, man? I'm gonna try to go for the hit. No, Thresh. Which does make me cry every time. May as well get the supernova.
I'm getting warmed up.
Only I can quell the wind.
Oh! Alright.
I thought you'd run.
Okay, this. I freaked out for a second. Okay, so we're at 2, 4, 6. Okay.
Confine and contain.
Scared stiff.
Now I can always Grasp of the Undying this. As we're relatively close to leveling up Thresh. Like, being 2 away though is still important to know.
Maybe I do have a future.
2 months here, but been subbed on YouTube since good old MTG. Congrats on your success, man.
Thank you,
Love
dude.
ya.
Thank you, buddy. Like, these 2 are less inclined to attack because of my escaped abomination. So I'm putting, like, right now I'm playing very. I'm trying to set up the Thresh level up, but I'm also attempting to make him commit here. Basically, I want him to commit. That's smart. That's smart. But that also allows me to just go for this straight up.
You should stay back, cowards.
My weapons.
Oh, yes. It's hard to get much worse. Hello, Runeterra. Let's rock.
Dishonorable.
Dishonorable.
I created galaxies faster than this.
does it follow?
I do love an audience.
Too many cards.
Face me.
We each died, then found hope.
Alright, I'm gonna play Rekindler into Thresh.
For conquest! For empire!
And that's basically it. I should have gone for the Vile Feast. Yeah, I should have gone for the Vile Feast because I'm not gonna be able to draw here.
Now they'll pay attention.
Double trouble!
Star, I created it.
Oh. Ninjutsu! Dragon Jutsu! Motherfucker!
Victory today, freedom tomorrow.
Oh, I love it. And we're platinum 3.